What's up, everybody? It's your girl Erica Williams from the Classy Climb blog. I have a visitor visiting today. We may get her on, we may not. We may have some technical difficulties, but if you don't know who I am Erica Williams off the Classy Climb blog, author of the Smartphone Millionaire book, How to Invest in People, Real Estate, and Businesses from the Palm of Your Hand. Yes, that's right. I'm going to say it. I'm a six-figure YouTube earner. I'm coming on today because I do a show. And every couple of, every 2-3 months, I do this show talking about credit. Why do I do this show talking about credit? Because from just the free information and free techniques I give away, I have people sending me emails, letters, thank you, got things done, got things cleared up. And here's what I also learned. If you don't follow the steps, 3 to 6 months from now, you'll be back saying, Erica, my score is not moving. My score is not working. Why not? Why are this not improving? What's happening? And I go, did you follow the steps I talked about when we first got on the first consulting call? It's always a no. So, hey, Kiera, are you joining us today?
I think so.
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you, girl.
Okay.
So Kiera, of course, is going to come on in the part of the show where I'm talking about other people's money. Now, the key here is what I want from y'all to understand is at some point in this journey, you're going to have to clean up the credit. It just is what it is. And everybody tries to get around it. But I have several people, I've shared their videos, I've shared their Instagram posts, I've shared over 7 different other credit repair specialists who have millions of dollars in credit repair. Even a lady who rides around in a jet who are saying the same thing. We've got to get your personal credit cleaned up. So I feel vindicated in all the things I've been saying. I'm okay knowing that you guys think that's unpopular, what I'm saying. I'm okay with that because I know what I'm saying is truth. And I'm going to share a screen with you guys. And again, you can either apply the techniques or in 3 to 4 months, we'll be having the same conversation about why things aren't changing for your credit. That's kind of how it goes. Okay. Now, for those of you who are in the credit repair business course, we are having a live session tonight before I leave to Washington, D.C. We're going to be talking about some of the changes in the credit repair industry. I'm going to be talking to you about the Credit Repair Expo in Orlando. I'm going to be talking about, changes to Stripe. I'm going to talk about some other stuff. So for those of you already in the credit repair school and class, you're going to get an email. If you were ever a student in that class, you're still going to get an email because I'm going to go into the behind the scenes and make sure everybody that's a part of that class gets an email for the live tonight. So the reason I'm doing that is because as credit kind of changes, some rules change, we have to talk about it and we have to adjust. So there'll be some stuff on check systems and stuff like that. So for those of you in that group, that's what's up. Kiera's having technical difficulties, but we're going to get her in here some way, somehow. We're going to fix it. But let me get started, okay? So a lot of you, if you've been on the internet at all, if you've been on any kind of YouTube, you've seen the craze of business credit. Oh, Erica, business credit. Now, when I talk to them about real business credit, which is business lines of credit, they don't have nothing for me. It's crickets on crickets on crickets. They will talk to you about vendor lines of credit. They will talk to you about all this other stuff, but they don't really give you the truth, which is you still at the end of the day fix your personal credit. Now, many people say, Erica, and because I know some of these people now in the industry, and I'll be going to the Credit Repair Expo. What's funny is we've talked about this, and if you buy these courses, and a lot of you have pulled me aside and said, Erica, I bought the Tai Lopez course because I'm in there too, right? You see me? I bought the Tai Lopez course, and so basically we have to clean up our personal credit, get it to 720, and then only apply for business credit cards. And I go, ding, 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 ding. Stuff I've been saying for 3 years. Now somebody else says it. Oh, it's liquid gold. What's up, Kiera? We gonna get you in here today?
I think so. I don't know. I think it's Skynet. I think I've been on the show one too many times. Skynet don't want me to be great.
We're gonna exactly, try to get guys. Skynet, it hates us. So look, there's 60 of y'all in here right now so far for the credit drunk on credit lunch. Hit the 1 if you can hear us well, and also drop your city and state where you're here. So Kiera, please tell the audience who you are.
Yes. So I'm Kiera. I'm 1/2 or 1/3, depending on who you're talking to, of Charm City Buyers here in Baltimore, where we have 20 rental units, a block that we are going through renovations on, and a whole lot of other fun stuff we have going on down here in Baltimore, Maryland.
All right, you guys. Now, so she has a course called Other People's Money, and it's in the comment section. I put the link there for you guys to check it out on your own. But what ends up happening is we get to this world of like, where God can't fix my credit. It's going to take some time. there are ways to work with other people's money. There are ways to invest without bringing your own cash to the table. But let's be very clear. You're going to need skills. You're
Yes.
going to need talent. You're going to need
Yeah.
some time
And
because
you don't know how to manage money,
there
right?
you
It's hard
go. There
to
you
not
go.
be able to manage money.
Exactly. You have to be able to prove to people that you're trustworthy for them to give you their money to work with.
Right.
So in that process, though, you should still be cleaning your personal credit. So I'm gonna share a screen here, you guys. Again, in the comment section, other people's money and business repair credit classes in there. I see you guys. What's up, California? New Orleans in the building, West Palm Beach, Florida. Somebody said, "What's up?" My two favorite women on wealth creation and asset management protection. All right. One half of Charm City buyers is what somebody put. Are you seeing the comments too? Too many times. What's up, Andre Hatchett? Okay, Atlanta in the building. I want my spot. Dre, you gonna come and talk about credit? Newport News, Glen Cove, New York, Houston, Texas, ATL, more ATL, Staten Island, Covington, Virginia. Um,
I'll be in
hey
Atlanta
man,
in May.
thank you, Trucker Maeve, for the $5 super chat. We got Charlotte. We got Kissimmee, Florida. Okay, Memphis. Okay, I
Mhm.
see y'all in the building. There's 61 of y'all in here. Cincinnati, Ohio. Always have good credit. Never know when you're gonna need it, and a lot of jobs require it anyways. So that even pulls us into our show. Now,
Yeah.
why? I started out when I started doing business repair on this show, Kiera. I was only doing it for people who were starting a business or buying a home.
Mhm.
Why?
Yep.
Because they were focused and they were on a mission. And in 90
Right.
days, I knew they were going to do whatever it took to clean that credit up and go get that house. And I still
Right.
do that. A lot of the clients are still that focused, but I still get calls. People are like, I'm trying to get a car. I'm trying to get this. And I'm like, boo, that's not what this is for. It's a tool to
You
be
don't make
used.
miracles.
Yeah,
You
I don't
can't make
make mirror.
overnight miracles
I can't.
overnight.
Yeah, but look, I'm gonna share my screen and I'm gonna read over this. And Kiera probably hasn't been here to see me do this. Again, I got my M1 Invest borrow shirt on, flexing on them. But I'm gonna share my screen, and Kiera's probably gonna see this for the first time.
Mhm.
It's a thing I do, and it's a freebie. And here's the
Okay.
thing, I'm doing it for free. I've had people literally do use this free information and call me and tell me how well they did. So let's kick it off. Okay, Karen, you can co-sign or not co-sign on some of it. So at the
Okay.
top again, if you want some courses, consults, credit repair, again, if you want to text Classy Climb 4747, you get the text notifications to the show. All right. So most people, so at any given time, you need 1 to 3 or 3 to 6 positive reporting lines of credit. Now, you guys see I have some numbers up here, and you're probably like, what is going on? So, can everybody see? Put a 1 in the comments. Can everybody see what I've got? I hope you can see the screen. So, usually at the
You can.
bottom, you see 1 is a car, 2 is student loans, and 3 is a credit card or mortgage. Now, if you see the second set of numbers. Okay, so most people already got the first 3. But Kiera, what's wrong with most of the first 3? They
First
got,
three, they're all revolving, right?
yeah, and also it wasn't installment. Mortgage can be an installment, but also you usually have late payments, right? So they've already got a blemish on that credit.
Right.
So usually we're working the process of send goodwill letters, a couple different things, maybe contact Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, be like, hey, help me out here, and usually we get a little flexibility. We get the late payments off enough. But what happens is you trying to get that 750, that 800. And so what I try to tell people here is look at the top numbers. So you got secure card. Let me see if I can make this bigger because it's a little small. Let me see. That's the wrong way. Oh, whoa, whoa. All right. So hopefully that's better. It's better for your eyes. So first, secure card, secure loan, self lender, Fingerhut, Gettington, New Coast Direct, My Jewelers Club, Oxford Publishing, Hutch and Chase. Now, why am I showing you these? These are all options for you to add 2 or 3 lines to clean that credit up. And most people start at the first 2 and stay there. If you get Navy Federal, you got USAA, you got any of these, you can get you a secure card and get you some new established payment history credit. Now, many people are like, Erica, self-lender, self-lender. I'm not a fan of self-lender. I get it. The finance community is all like self-lender. But self-lender to me is you could just take $1,000 and take it over to your bank and have a secure loan. You know what I'm saying, Kira?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. It's an easy, if you can't really, I feel like it's a good beginner step if you
Yeah.
need to.
So these are all like beginner options. Okay. So Finger Hut, Geddington is just exactly like Finger Hut. New Coast Correct, and My Jewelers Club. So My Jewelers Club, you're gonna spend about $200 for a $5,000 line. Ox Publishing, Hutchinson Chase. It's around the same type of thing. Now, if you guys watch any of my previous videos, I'm not telling you to go out there and get a bunch of crazy cards. I'm not telling you to
Right.
get 2 or 3 lines just to boost your credit. Because if we're working on your credit and it takes them about 35 days to respond to that first dispute, then you give me the information, we get on the phone again, then we send out another dispute, it takes another 35 days. By the time we work together, Kiera, we done work together for about 3-4 months, right?
Right.
You do the math on the time frame, we're gonna be talking for 3 to 4 months. Now, what could you be doing in that 3 to 4 months? Building new positive credit.
Right.
While we're working on getting your utilization down, while we're working on paying your other stuff down, this can help you. So again, most people have one, two, three: cars, student loans, a credit card, and let's bump it out with this new payment history. So again, a lot of stuff that people always ask me about: public records, child support, tax liens, bankruptcy liens. These things are like a scarlet letter. So we always want to work on getting these things off, but that's just some of the starting place. So, Kier, do you agree with some of those notions? I don't know if you try to clean up, help anybody with their credit.
No, I don't be touching nobody's credit now. I just pass them to somebody who what they're doing. So I don't. We don't do much
But
of
you,
that.
as a landlord, when you screen
Okay.
people, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, so what we do as a landlord actually is we will report their credit payments to the credit bureau. I mean their rent payments to the credit bureau. So we do that. So we'll help them establish credit because a lot of times tenants and renters don't even have credit to begin with, and so we create a positive payment history for them on something that they're going to be paying anyway. It's probably the biggest bill they have each month that they're not getting credit for. And it's a way for them to get credit for paying their rent without making them take out debt or, put them in a situation where they're playing with a credit card. So that's what we typically do with our tenants.
Some people said the screen is blurry. I'm so sorry. It's Word doc, but let's listen. I'll say them again, and guess what you guys can do? Write them down, baby. I'm going to put them in the description, but at the end of the day, guess what you guys got to do? Write it down. Help your girl out, help yourself out. Like, it makes it a lot easier if you write these things down, not just listing for me to say it. Now, some of you are going to say, Erica, I'm driving. Okay, my bad. You just make a note. You can make a note.
Go back and
Because I've said them like 4 or 5 times in multiple videos. Hold on a second. We're going to try again. I'm going to share screen one more time. Let me see if we can get it. All right. Everybody, can you see? Can you see? Put a 1 in the comments if you can see. Rent Karma. Yeah, Rent Karma is one of those people. Kiera just happens to do that as a company, to help her clients out.
That's clear now.
Okay, is it clear? Okay. Everybody, I'm going to scoot up a little bit. All right. Remember, we were talking 1 through 3. Number 1, get your pens and papers out. Get them ready. Secure loan. Secure card. Number 3, self lender. Number 4, Finger Hut. Number 5, Geddington, literally like getting ton. Number 6, New Coast Direct. Listen, I know I've got an accent. I know I got a little bit of speech. You guys work with me. Number 7, My Jewelers Club. It's spelled a little ghetto on the website too, so don't worry if you see the spelling. You're like, Erica. I'm like, trust. Go to the website. You're gonna see it. Oxford Publishing, which is OX Publishing, is what you'll see when you type it in. Number 9, Hutchinson Chase. Some of the mods have typed them in before, but if anybody wants to type them in for other people to help them out, you can in the comments. There's 100 of y'all here. Let's make sure we're hitting the like button. I'm just always giving this free information because I know many of you say, Erica, I can't afford credit repair. I can't afford to do this. But you know what you can afford to do? You can afford to pay down your debt. You can afford to clean up some things, and you can always afford a secure loan. That's just the money you have. You can use to your benefit. Okay. All right. So usually people have 1, 2, 3: car payments, 2, student loans, 3, a credit card or mortgage. So what happens is, out of these first 3, you may have some late 30-day payments, late 90-day payments, And here's something else for you guys. If you have a credit card and you're at 90% utilization, it's like a late payment.
Right.
It's literally like a late payment. So when I'm on the phone with y'all and I'm like, I'm almost begging and pleading you to, if you know the payment date is the 15th, take the money you have, pay that credit card down at least to 50%, or pay that credit card down all the way. You can use it in a couple days. It's just like, this is a money management thing. Many of you are drunk on credit. You want new credit cards. You want these 20, 30, $40,000 credit cards. But if you can't manage some of these $500 or $1,000 credit cards, what bank is going to say, you know what? I'm going to give her a 20K credit card. You know
Right.
what? I'm going to give him a 20K credit card. I always talk to women and men on this channel because 80% of the people watching are men. But you know what I'm saying, ladies. If you here today, you in the comments, y'all know what I'm trying to say.
They out there.
They out there. Okay. So again, so that's why whenever we start with me, I want you to have some new payment history, no matter the client. There's always clients saying, well, Eric, I'm trying to hold out for this or chase or that. Listen to me. If you're working with me, and again, people in the business credit prayer class will talk about this later tonight. This is why I push this, because what happens is you want to sit there and go, well, I just want all the old things to come off. You got the same two things on your credit. They're not going to give you a big push unless you pay your credit card all the way off. And people get frustrated.
Right.
Here, they be mad. They be like, yo, why my credit score 800? Well, first of all, it was 490. We got you to 590. Can I get some respect on my name? Can I get a help? You thank you. Okay. You
Right.
know? And then I'd be like, hey, can you guys send me in your results, your disputes? I don't know where anything's at. 2 weeks later, oh, I found my mail. Come on, y'all. Like, we got to work together.
Right, right. It's not
Okay.
an overnight thing. And I think everyone wants everything done in a microwave. And so you have social media culture. Everyone thinks that happens overnight. And they really need to understand it takes time. It takes effort, and it takes consistency to be able to build your credit, especially if you're looking to get like a 800 credit score, although not sure why people are really have that in
Girl.
the first place, but
They be in these Facebook groups, Kira, and I can't name it because I don't want no smoke. I don't want no
uh-huh.
smoke with them. But
Uh-oh.
everybody be posting, I got a 750, I got a 720. Look at my Credit Karma 750. I'm like, well, that's Credit Karma first off.
First of
So I
all.
don't trust Credit Karma, okay? So that's already off.
Right.
But then you ask them what they're gonna do with the credit score, and they hot with me, Kira. They be hot, Kira. They be like, why you mind your business? Why you worried about what I'm gonna do? I'm like, because you're sharing on a public forum that you got a 750.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then a
Right.
lot of people in this particular group, some of y'all know what group I'm talking about, they run around showing all these new cars they getting. And I'm like, look, brothers and sisters. To have a group of 500,000 people in a group and everybody posting cars, you're doing nothing but discouraging the people around you who, one, need to pay down their debt,
Right.
two, should only be using credit as a tool.
Right.
It's just a tool. It's a tool to get you A to B.
Absolutely.
And we have to kind of put that focus back in. A lot of you are saying, Eric, I want to invest in real estate. I want to invest in other stuff. Okay, well, what the money look like? If you don't have any money to work with, we need to work on getting your money up. And two, if I give you a $20,000 credit card, but your income's low and your credit's bad, you're not really gonna get approved like y'all think you are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely. Everyone wants to try to buy a house or invest, but they want no money down, no credit needed, and all that kind of stuff. And there's definitely approaches to that. But I think at the end of the day, you have to make sure your foundation is straight. And that means that you understand how to manage your own finances, you understand how credit works, you understand all those pieces, because at some point in a lot of different strategies, you may grow to the point where you should end up relying on a bank, or you're refinancing, or you're doing all these things that is going to eventually require you to have credit or require you to have cash. Don't just listen to the radio ads with people flying into your city to do a workshop, right? There's pieces to this that everyone needs to understand. You have to have a solid foundation.
Yeah, and so this is part of why I do these videos, and like, we're getting to the other money part, but we really want to hit on this, so I want you guys to not miss it. And so we've got some questions in here. Thank you, Superstar Custom, for the $17 super chat. He said, can I pay you to tackle a specific item on my credit, or do I have to go through the same pricing structure and system as everybody else? Oh, sir, hit me with the email, or DM me off Instagram, one of the two. I'm going to add a particular button to the website, but because I'm buying another company, I already told y'all that, and I have to onboard these new employees. The new website is not ready yet, so we'll still work through Gumroad. We'll still do all that, but hit me a message. I can probably help you with a particular price. Ain't saying it online, but it's particular. Okay.
But it is particular.
It's particular. LaShawn Major. And here's the funny thing, Kiera, too. This is something, and Kiera is 29 or about to be 30. You know, she's trying to rub it in here. You know, like we right beside the same age. But what people in their 40s are comparing themselves to what they see in some 20-year-olds sharing their brand new credit cards. And I think Instagram is also hurtful because now you got people in their 40s with all these credit issues going, yeah, you know, look at these kids getting credit cards every day, Erica. I know it's possible. Well, yes, we know things are possible, but are they possible for you? like you got, you know, 3 or 4 repossessions and you got all kind of stuff in your credit. It might take you a full 2 years.
Right. Yeah.
And in that time, what should they be doing?
Right. No, you're right. And I think people are thinking about finances differently. So in the 20s, the 40-year-old people, when they were in their 20s, they were blowing through credit cards and all that, which is putting them in the terrible situation they're in now. But I think for folks who are in their 40s, it's about cleaning up, making sure you have that foundation, figuring out what it is that's putting you constantly in the same situation, fixing that, digging out, and then starting to think about long term, like what it is that you're looking to accomplish. Because if your credit's bad and you're over leveraged and all this other kind of stuff, you probably don't have retirement the way it should be. So there's like pieces that you just need to get in order. You need to get your stuff in order.
And it's habits, right? Because, you know, Kiera's one of those people, she's a landlord. She sees, you know, when she got to pull your information for you to move in, she's seeing your habits. Okay. Like,
yes, I see all kinds of stuff. All kinds of stuff. Okay.
I'm gonna read these 2 comments. LaShawn Major. I discovered a secure card, $200 deposit to start, paid on time for 6 months, and they raised my limit to $2,000 as my score went up 60 points over that time. Boom. Do you hear me? Boom. That's why I don't mind doing the free videos, because I want us all to at least have the basic knowledge. Knowledge, as Ty Lopez says, but like that way we're all on the same playing field. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
You can't say nobody ain't ever told you, because they did.
Exactly.
Sherry, the business plan writer, said Erica did this show that breaks down all this information. Everyone should check out the title, Starting Credit Over Before Ultra FICO Score Kicks In, December 1st, 2018. Thank you. This I do these quarterly. Y'all can tell if you watch this show for a while, I'll do this same video quarterly. And every quarter, like clockwork, people are like, oh, I can't find anything. Thank you, Sherry. December 1st, 2018, when the Ultra FICO score kicks in. Okay. Yeah, people are already saying thank you, Sherry, in the comments. Yeah, people are educated on what's assets versus liabilities. Yeah, a lot of people. So here's my thing, and I said this on Instagram, and I still mean it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's been some redlining. There's been some systematic injustices, and I would say up to about 1985, 1990. Like, you know, some of my white friends get crazy when I'm like, what? I would say 1985, 1990.
Sure. Yep.
And now that we're in this microwave compressed time, I feel like people are like J.G. Wentworth. I want my money now. But we still have to copy the blueprint. Right? You know, like I'm all for credit repair. I'm not going to act like I'm all for AUs, but I'm all for using the tools to get you what you need, because we have kind of been systematically excluded from some things.
Absolutely.
I mean, you saw what happened. What was it, Wells Fargo, or was it Bank of America? They had to pay all those millions of dollars because people had great credit scores, but they were still charging them subprime mortgage loans rate.
Yep. Absolutely. And it's important. I think that's why these types of things are so important, that we're sharing the information so that we're kind of giving ourselves a step up, right? We're a little behind, and that might have been done systemically, but it's important that we're constantly making sure we're having these conversations and putting them to action. Don't just listen to it, actually write it down and then do something. Google some of the different companies and organizations that Erica shared, because you can't just look at it and think that all of a sudden, you know, something's going to change for you. You have to change your habits.
Yeah. So this is just, I'm always trying to give just little nuggets here. First Lady Legacy, that's where I am. I'm in Charles Stock Group, but other than that, I just don't have any other money to work with. All right, First Lady Legacy, then this time is just a time for you to find different skills or things you can pick up on Udemy cheaply, or courses or different things you can find that maybe it might be a time for a career change, or just paying down debt for the next 6 months, and just let that be your phase of life, but not forever. It's just, and that's the thing I think. I've been telling people on the show here, like my friends that are here in Austin, they saw me like super financially struggle and then like hone in
Yeah.
10x like 4 years in a row. And now
Yeah.
I'm in a completely different life where I'm building a house.
Right.
There's several things I'm doing here, the trucks, all this stuff. And they're like,
Right.
because you have to actually put force to it.
Absolutely. You got to take the
Yeah.
action. You have to be willing and determined and focused enough to actually take the action necessary to get things done. And why we're kind of talking about what you need to do, because it's tax refund time. And I'm sure you talk to people about what they should be doing with their refund, whether that's paying down their debt or using some of that to get some of these secured loans or whatever it is. Like it's also making sure that when you do have those pops of cash that you're using it effectively.
Here,
Don't buy no Jordans.
somebody said, "Why did you give Credit Karma a stank face?" Listen,
it's not accurate. It's not.
it's the most inaccurate. Let me put it to you this way. This is the levels, okay? MyFICO.com, the best. It shows you multiple ones, scores, mortgage, credit cards, car, auto. It shows you the different types of scoring models. FICO 9, FICO this, FICO 8, FICO 4, all this. It's the perfect one. MyFICO.com. Write that down. MyFICO.com. Next one, credit check total. Now, the argument and pushback I get from people like, well, Erica, they want $29 a month. If you're in a 90-day window where you about to go buy a house, don't you need to know what is going on in your credit? Don't you need to be alerted? Especially in these days and times where people are out here scamming and stealing people's identities. You need to know. If you're telling me you want to have a business, you want to make a $200,000 and $300,000 a year business, you ain't trying to check on your credit.
Right.
$29. Just saying. Just saying. Okay, so then after those two, what's my next one I usually say? The free annual credit report is good. There's some other ones, but then all the way at the bottom is CreditSesame.com and Credit Karma. Now, why? Because Credit Sesame and Credit Karma, they take your information for free because you're like, oh, it's free. It's free. But then they sell that information to, their advertisers come on there and try to advertise you to buy credit cards. So yeah, your credit score on Credit Karma is a Vantage score. It's not a FICO score. So what ends up happening is there's all these memes. Have you seen it where the dude from the 50 Cent Power, he like holding this guy, choking him. He's like, did I tell you not to apply for no credit cards? And he's like, but Credit Karma said my score was high. That thing had me rolling, yo. And so, that's why I may have made it, Kira may have made it. I don't know who made it, but Credit Karma, it'd be selling you the smoke. It'd be selling you the smoke.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Why different websites and things like that are sharing the information that they're sharing, right? There's always a
catch. That's the real scam. People are like, oh, you scamming. Nah, that's the real scam, Credit Karma. All right. Thank you, Dumas Bacchus, for the $5 super chat. You can ask a question. I guess you just didn't want one in there. Oh gosh, you guys got a lot of in here. Okay, let's see. Chris Warren. Now, Chris, we can't give a consult on the internet, but we're gonna give you our opinion, okay? So Chris Warren said, I have a score of 784 from Experian. I saved up 20K for investing, and I have no debt in any shape or form. I've been very frugal, but I do not know what to do for my situation since I do live in New York. Here, go ahead and get that free consult.
Go ahead and handle that free consult. So one thing, when I usually give my own opinion, I'm not going to even call it advice because it's financials. But when I give my opinion, usually I try to figure out like more about the person. So I don't know like what your goals are. You said you're frugal, so that might be mean you're risk averse. And so maybe doing something like lending. When you talk about other people's money, we can talk about both sides of it. But maybe lending is something that might work well for you, or going into a partnership or something like that, where you're putting your money into a group. I mean, and 20K, and this might hurt a lot of people's feelings, right? But 20K isn't like an exorbitant amount of money either, right? So there's nothing wrong with continuing to build that nest egg, depending on knowing that you live in New York, 3-6 months worth of expenses might start get close to that 20K number, depending on where you are. So I personally would, if I was doing a consult, I would ask a lot more questions.
Yeah, Chris, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, when I'm on the phone with people, I need so much more information because you might not like investing out of your backyard. You may not want to invest an hour away. You may not want to give, for a while, I feel bad because I used to throw Pettyway Estates under the bus here. I mean, I'm gonna make a trip to Louisville and apologize to them for like 12 videos in a row. I was like, go give your money to Pettyway Estates. They take they take money.
Charm City Buyers will take it as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and add it to the list.
And so it's like, Pettyway Estates probably got all these phone calls like, hey, yo, Erica said
You want my money.
so I can give you 20K. What's up? So, I mean, here's the thing again, partnerships, all kind of stuff. Like, you see some of those trucks, like some of the down payments for if you want to do loans on trucks is like 10 to 15 grand down payment. If you see some of these properties, even if you get some of these tax deeds, they're going to need 10 to 15K at work. So let's say you put 5K into purchase, then you put 10 to 15K into repairing, that used up your 20K. So again, this is why I'm talking about getting business lines of credit. Again, the bank book, it's called the one-page business plan on my website, but we call it the bank book because literally you fill it out, you kind of follow the steps, and it helps you get what you need from the banks. Because literally, I learned it from Memphis Invest. Like, I stole it. They could come for me. I'm not worried. This information, they gave it to me. I paid for my class. And what I've learned is when I would go to the bank here, they'd be like, "Who showed you this?" I'd be like,
Don't you worry about it. Don't you worry about it. That's a good thing. I mean, if they're asking you that, then it's definitely a great class for the people watching to check out.
So that's that. But let me see what else y'all got in here, and then we gonna talk about other people's money. Other people's. I'm trying to start a business. I'm getting my credit repaired right now. Should I look for business funding first or personal funding? So, Kira, what's your thoughts? And then I'll say what I think.
I mean, I think if your personal credit is already I almost said jacked up, but as you're fixing your credit right now, I mean, it would not make much sense to me for you to try to get personal funding unless you're doing something like Erica just talked about before, because you don't want to throw off what your credit repair folks are trying to work on for you. I think it's probably good to follow whatever plan they're giving you rather than trying to go around getting additional funding on the side and screwing up the whole plan. So that's
I'm sorry. I'm gonna respond to. I'm sorry. Let me stay focused. Here's my thoughts. Let them finish repairing your credit, but at any given time, you need to know what small business banks are in your town. If you watched my previous video, that thank you, Sherry, put it in the comments. Literally, go look up the top 100 banks in your state and just put the top 100 business banks in your state, because there's over 1,200 business banks in the whole United States. There's a bank near you, and don't go with the big three. Don't go with Bank of America. Don't go with Wells Fargo. Don't go with Wachovia. Wachovia is gone now. But what's the other one? BB&T. There's so many banks that are small. You can get in and talk to somebody. That's why I'm big on, again, what kind of business are you starting? A lot of people are, I'm being nice, they're saying that I'm gonna start a business, I'm gonna get this business, and it's like, okay, what system are you following? What type of business? There's a lot of questions here. You know what I'm saying? So don't take offense if we don't go in a 30-minute rollout of your answers of your questions. So
yeah, it's complicated if you don't know all the details.
She said them Credit Karma memes be having me rolling. You can literally just get Credit Karma memes all day. All right. So D Felder said, I just pre-qualified for a mortgage of 500K with a 752 credit score experience. Looking to buy my first multi-family property in California with a friend whose credit is not the best. Go for it alone?
Buying a house with a friend together, personally, if you got, because what if y'all ain't friends later? Like, I don't know. My first thought was that doesn't sound like, I don't know if your friend is like, it's like old school. My friend is somebody you've been dating for 15 years, but you just don't call,
You
whatever.
know, that's
But
what them 50-year-old black ladies say. My friend
yeah, my
Charlie.
friend, call him Uncle Bobby. But yeah, I would suggest going for it alone, but having them rent one of the other units in your multi, and
There you go, two birds with one stone.
yeah, everyone wins that way. But buying it together, just, I don't know, that makes me a little uncomfortable.
I feel like at half a million in California. I don't know if Charles will be in the chat, but half a million, it's dicey. Like if you depends on where you're going in California, and everybody's looking for a twoplex.
Right.
So a fourplex, you might have to go out. You might have to go to Stockton. You might have to go way out in the boonies and make your money work for you. And also, this is what I tell people: if you get pre-approved for 500, you don't have to take the whole thing, right? So I have a friend here who got a house for 250, then was able to go back to bank, and at the same time, like this took some finagling, but he closed on a $80,000 rental, like in the same city, everything, like at the same time, because technically he was approved for half a mil. You know what I mean? So it's important for you guys to like really do your research for your areas.
Right.
Again, realtor.com, all that good stuff.
Yeah. And if you buy a multi that's already occupied, sometimes you can use the income from that multi to help subsidize your own income to give you more, a bigger loan too. So depending on that multifamily, if it already has tenants in there, that might help you get a bigger mortgage.
You guys see why I need Kira here today? Because I worked out my training, my brain like, yeah, yeah, exactly. What's up, Decatur, Georgia? What information would you need and how to contact you? The console links are always in the comments, Chris. Erica says, if you don't have money to invest, go find a way to make more money. Mobile notary, painting, start a painting company, do some gigs, create the income you want to invest. I mean, I'm serious. Like, you guys can literally go on Craigslist. I know Glendon talks about Craigslist, and I used to be like skeptical of Craigslist, but you literally can go find gigs where people are like, can you haul away this junk in my yard for 150 bucks? And I be laughing, but it be a for real poke where people just don't know people.
Yep.
And what y'all don't understand is the handyman trade is a big deal because so many
Absolutely.
people live alone. Like sometimes there's a guy like my friend was telling me how this guy paid him. It's a thing called Buddy Truck. It's an app literally called Buddy Truck. It's where you somebody has a truck and you need them to drop something or deliver something, and you pay him like $1 a mile. And so he went. It was another man. He just couldn't carry the couch by himself up the stairs to the second bedroom apartment. He didn't want to pay a moving company. He thought that was too much. He just needed a buddy with a truck.
Yeah, no, I mean there's so many options, and especially when you talk about handyman, right? I'm a landlord with 20 freaking rentals, right? I'm quick to find a handyman, someone that can do some quick stuff at a rental, and then they go from doing a quick $50-$60 job for me to, I have 20 of them. So all of a sudden they are making a really good amount just by, being responsive and being available and being reliable. So there's tons of different things. I mean, just download the Uber app. Like there's not much you have to do at this point to be able to earn something.
We're in America where people don't want to do. It's not that they can't. They don't want to. Like when I did a show talking about how there's 7 million people with 90-day car. How's your car late 90 days?
Right.
Let's really talk about what we want to do and what we don't want to do. Okay. So somebody, Richard, you guys, I'm gonna make y'all start super chatting y'all questions because y'all got some long ass questions that you need to throw $1 in the jar. Something here. It's 123 of y'all in here. Make sure you hit the like button. Richard says, I don't know if you can see the comments. Yeah. I have 10 trade lines reporting on Experian, business, small business. They're revolving accounts and net 30. What can I get with no PG? Well, Richard Gordon, are you on nav.com, nav.com? 2, is your business making $8,000 a month or more? Answer those 2 questions and then I can answer your question. Because see, what a lot of people say is, well, I got all these trade lines, but what are they? Quill, Uline, Staples, like I have my little paper over here that I'm doing for class later, from other class, a business class later. Again, I'm looking at some of the stuff, Best Buy, Chevron, Granger.com, Home Depot, JCPenney, Kinko's, Lowe's, Macy's, Nordstrom's, Office Depot, Orchard Supply, Office Max, Phillips, Radio Shack, what the hell? Sears, Speedway, Staples, I mean, so when you tell me you got 10 trade lines, what does that mean?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you have to tell me if your business is making money. And
Right.
this is why I talk about QuickBooks. This is Kiera, I was gonna roll and share my screen again. So I'm gonna go ahead and share it now.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna segue into other part of our show. Because Kiera got life too, you know what I mean? I'm up here holding up her all her day. All right. So again, so this is when I talk about business credit. Y'all can go back and see the previous video. We're not gonna make this too long. But again, when people say, "Oh, I got all these trade lines," what does that mean? Because if you here's a quick one with no PG. Here's a quick one. If you're on QuickBooks and you're documenting, you have, and all you gotta do is tie your bank and your debit card to that account, that
Mhm.
QuickBooks account, and it's tracking. QuickBooks will offer you money just based off the business, the numbers coming in and out of the business. They'll give you a business loan, a capital loan. Okay, so then you have PayPal. You got a PayPal business account. You got money running in and out of that. You're getting either a loan off receivables because you have money coming in and out, or you're getting the other what they call loanbuilder.com. Okay, again, there's many ways to get a no PG, but again, is your business making money that's documentable? Documentable, words. Number three, who do you have your business bank account, not your personal bank account, your
Mhm.
business bank account with? Because if they're not willing to give you a business line of credit around 5,000, because 5,000 is baby money.
Right.
5,000 is what most banks will give you as a business line of credit if you can show your business is making money. But when you start talking about wanting $50,000, $100,000 or no PG, that's not happening unless that business has been going for 2, 3 years and has about $8,000 to $12,000 coming in a month. See,
Yep.
people on the internet want to lie to y'all. I won't lie to you. You know why? Because every time I do these videos, Kiera, literally, I kid you not, 2 months later, 3 months later, the same people come back and buy in bulk.
Yep.
I get like 100 credit repair people buy. I'm like, what the hell this come from? What happened? They saw my first video.
Yep.
They were like, nah, I ain't got time for that, Erica. I'm going to do this or do that and come back because I'm not going to lie to you. It
Right.
doesn't prosper me anything to lie to you.
Right.
It just don't. So, okay, so here it is. So here is, have you recognized some of these on here on this list I have? Can you see it?
Yeah. 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 I do.
Cool. Okay, okay. So Stripe,
We have a Stripe, the Capital One.
Capital
Oh,
One,
I
City
recognize that
Cards,
one.
then Discover,
Yeah.
Prosper Lending Club, Cabbage. Cabbage is great. You got money coming in and out of bank account, Cabbage got you. Okay. So I'm gonna stop sharing this and I'm gonna share this other one. So Kiera, there's this website. I don't know if you've seen it. You probably have.
Mm-hmm.
It's called U.S. Credit Card Guide. Now here's the crazy thing, Kiera. Here's the crazy thing. This website comes in two ways: Chinese or Mandarin, whatever, in
Sure.
English. Because you know who it was for, right? It won't for us. Because you can read, and I'm gonna share my screen again. Let me see if it'll let me do it. Let me see. Can you see me, everybody? Let me look over and make sure it's wrong. She said, "True, we're both nurses." Who's nurses? Okay, I'm gonna read. Ooh, y'all got more comments, but hold on, y'all. All right, so I'm gonna share my screen again.
Oh, that was
Okay.
you trying to buy the house with his friend. They're both nurses. That's fine, but
Okay, nurses be making money now. All
they
right,
do.
everybody, can you see this? Please put a one in the comments if you can see this. Put a one in the comments. You can see the screen because it helps me, helps you, lets me know we all on the same page. Because people are coming in and out. It's 130 of y'all in here earlier. It's 150. So some of y'all got to go to work. Your boss looking at you. I want you to be straight. Okay. So let's. I'll try to make it fast. All right. Let me see. Okay. All right. So Kiera, you can see the screen what I'm showing. All
Yeah, I
right.
can see.
So this is called U.S. Credit Card Guide. Now let's take a peek. Now look at this. Let me see. It'll change. Look at that. You see that, right?
Mhm.
You know who this is for. Okay. So when people come to America, they don't come to play. Okay. So let's put it back in English. Now I want you guys to go on here and look. Okay. You see credit card list, credit cards by bank, credit cards by this. Okay. Oh, is that me making that noise?
Let's see. No, you're
Okay.
good.
Get yourself right. So here's the must read. So the must read talks about a beginner's guide, right? Now, if you look at this website was literally made for Asian people who do you need a social security number? You see these questions. These questions are not for Americans. All right. So anyway, it talks about, ways to do it without a social security number. Again, who do you think that's for? All right. So it talks about which one you should start with first. Discover It, BOA Cash Rewards, Deserve ED. Why am I showing this site that's made for Chinese people coming to America? Because folks are coming and following what? Steps and systems.
Yep, 100%.
Again, after getting the first card, we suggest you use it for 6 to 12 months to build credit history. Then start applying to other cards to build that credit foundation. So I'm showing you people who come from out of this country, come to America, go on this website, follow this, and now you look it up on the internet and Instagram, and they got cards after cards after cards. Why? Because they have patience. They're not trying to flip this money. They ain't trying to make it come in their pocket next week. They ain't on Instagram looking for stuff. This is how they do it.
Right.
Okay. So then again, it talks about the Chase rules, and then it talks about other credit cards. Again, you see they apply for Chase first, then they go to Amex, the airlines. Honey, they are doing it. Do you see this? Oh, they doing it. Okay, they're not playing. They didn't come here to play. Now,
no.
Talks about how to use your points, all this stuff. Now, airline miles, all of it. Teaches them everything. Now, let's go back up here. Okay, business credit cards list. Now, why am I clicking on this? Some of the techniques, I'm not knocking Ty Lopez or Stephen Credit. I talk to a lot of those guys now. We're actually going to meet in person. Y'all see a video soon of me being in Las Vegas. There's no beef. I might even take the old video down. And that is what it is. It be what it be. But what most people are doing is getting that credit score to 720. And that's easier when you're young. You don't have much. You have a car or one other thing. Some of you, I've had even clients who came out of prison. They didn't have anything on their credit. We just helped them get a car. We helped them get their first couple credit cards. And then their scores popped up to 720. Okay, but their file is thin. So again, what are a lot of these people doing? They're getting their script at 720, and then they're applying for only business credit cards. If you take the Ty Lopez credit repair course, this is part of what he says. This is part of what most of the people in the video say. They don't ever again apply for personal credit cards. Why? Because you can start a ton of businesses. You can have 10, 12 businesses. So what would that mean? You get a credit card for each business. There's so many ways to do this.
Yeah.
But if you watch the videos, that's how I know a lot of you didn't pay for it. Because if you watch it, he talks about what's the real money? Business lines of credit. Right, Kira?
Absolutely.
I mean, you can go to your bank and ask for zoom.
Right.
So again, here's this right here. These are all the business credit cards. Chase, here's Citibank, here's Bank of America, here's Barclays, here's Capital One. Okay. And you see their Instagram, right? They just showing themselves eating and traveling. I mean, if you want to go check out this Instagram, it's kind of funny. That's literally what they do. Travel. But yeah, go check this site out on your own. And yeah, people be trying to play the sign-up games and the points game, and you can keep off all that. But I just want y'all to see how other people are coming to our country. And I'll show you regular credit card lists, not just the business credit cards. I'll show you the regular credit cards. How they're coming here and they're winning.
Right.
It's not, it's not a game. You can't just willy-nilly apply for cards.
Right.
There's a system. And so when I talk to y'all about this, some of it is lack of maturity, lack of patience. Well, Eric, I'm trying to go get a car next week. That's not my problem. You know what I'm saying? So look, we're just going to show you. So this is the personal cards. Now, this is why people get trapped. Because Kira, guess what? They get a few personal cards, and now they about to just go
all out.
Yeah, it's messed up, and they get stuck in that bog of 660, 680, and never get back out to 720 or 750.
Yep.
Okay, so here's all the personal cards. This is why they get stuck. Now you saw the business card page was short. Now look how long the personal side is. Long. We still going. Long Starbucks cards. Freedom, AARP, girl. Disneyland, more Disneyland.
Because they're preying on the fact that you're going to be irresponsible with these cards. Like
you don't want to start no businesses.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm still going. Still going. Look, they got some Spanish countries too. I'm still going, y'all. This is all the personal. Barclays, Hawaii, Wyndham Resorts, titanium card, gold card, black card, Frontier Airlines. How about they fix them airlines first instead of making a credit card? Ugh. Barclays, JetBlue, more JetBlue. I'm still going, y'all. Venture, Capital, Savior, City National Bank, deserve. PenFed, girl, PenFed done made it up there, okay? Where the Navy Federal at, okay? You know, Amazon Prime. Look at that, Marvel. A Marvel card, Ebanks card, a PayPal, a Sam's Club. Girl, we still going. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. Like, don't get trapped on the personal side. If y'all tell me y'all want to have businesses, hey, this is okay. This is how they trap you right here. Oh my God, girl, we still going. Sky Pass, Korean Air, Sky Pass, girl.
Korean Air, just in case. You don't never know.
You never know. Wells Fargo, not Wells Fargo Gold card, black card with some gold horses, other platinum card. Come on now. Okay, so this is why I share this to y'all, because you can't say no one ever told you.
Right.
Can't say we didn't educate you. Can't say you this is why you don't want to get stuck. And again, go watch the old video. I'm not gonna, bore y'all to death. But let me see some of these comments. Okay, let me see. Americans are lazy. Trent Davis. Okay, Mrs. Love Jones. $500,000 ain't a lot in California. Thank you. But going far out like Hesper. Oh, why y'all get me with these names? Hesper. You see that thing?
Hesperia.
Hesperia and Victorville, California. I'll see y'all play too much. I need to take find this back again.
I got tongue tied on that one.
So yeah, Miss Love Jones, y'all talking to each other. Okay, so yeah, talk to each other. Y'all in these comments, y'all in the same cities and same states. Help each other out, man. Wow. Grace Transportation said, I'm in the process of getting business. Thank you, Miss Williams. Thank you. Well, here's my biggest thing of why I keep doing this video too. So when I first started promoting Hood Estates, there was a guy. He literally watched the videos. Yes, he's African, but he watched the videos, went to Navy Federal, got a $40,000 loan, went and got a truck, had a driver 2 weeks later, literally all in a week and a half. It was rolling.
Look, what do you want to do? How bad do you want it? That's Khalil says that all the time. How bad do you want it? He said, that's what we're doing. We getting trucks today. We getting trucks today. Like yeah, the rest of us, everyone else is pondering and thinking and what if and maybe and
talking about I need some reparations next week. Like, boo, let's focus.
Right. What do you want to do? What is it? Let's get it done.
Troy Jackson said, do not be deceived. I love the word deceived by all the fake credit scores being offered. Banks only use FICO. Thank you, Troy Jackson. Again, the 3 companies, I saw somebody ask me, myfico.com, M-Y, FICO.com. Credit check total. And again, they're complaining about the monthly price. If you're just trying to reach a goal in the next 6 months, what is $29 a month? That's Friday dinner.
Right. What are you willing to do?
Okay. Sherry, business plan writer, Kier is right. We have to be responsible with these credit cards or we'll end up in trouble. Hashtag unable to pay them back. Back to square one. Dumas Bacchus, thank you for the $5 super chat. Thanks for answering my question. We got Los Angeles here. What's so good about Navy Federal? Eulaby, it's nothing that's so good. Like, I did a video about Navy Federal. What ended up happening is Navy Federal was throwing money like it's drunk, right? And what ended up happening is it was for service people. It was for veterans. It was for veterans and their family to help them get homes, get credit cards, get the cards. Oh, Lord, sorry. Get them in the door. And what ended up happening is there's a loophole. Your family, sisters, your cousin and them. And there's also a second loophole called NavyLeague.com in San Diego, California. What ended up happening is people in the credit repair industry leak these loopholes onto the monster called Facebook. And you're talking about credit repair groups of 600,000 people, 700,000 people, 300,000 people. So in the course of a year, Navy Federal had to come out and say we were closing these loopholes because over 1 million people had tried to give $25 as a membership to Navy League. And Navy League had to explain to the government why they got $25 million out of nowhere all of a sudden. When it's only the Navy is like this big.
Right.
Let me give you the United States Armed Forces is less than 1% of this country's population. It's like 0.5%. And then the veterans are like small. Now, in the minority community, Black and Hispanic, it is higher because per our population. So Navy Federal didn't think anything of it. Like, yeah, there's a lot of black people in the service. So what? We have all these people coming in, and then they were like, wait a minute,
Like,
wait a
who's
minute,
talking to me?
y'all think y'all slick.
Why
So
you snitching?
so and Navy Federal comes up with its own lending rules. So you'd see people with a 580 getting $25,000 credit cards. And
Right,
you'd be like, that ain't happening nowhere other than Navy Federal and PenFed, and because they knew service members needed the money. That's what it
right.
is. So that's the big huffhaw about Navy Federal. Um, and and so they had to close all these loopholes, and like people start getting their accounts to close. And what ends up happening is a lot of veterans, they'll mess up a card or two and then try to come back. But Navy Federal has rules like 5, 6 years. So they
Mm,
flesh you with them cards. Okay. But that's my whole point. Navy Federal is just one of the millions of banks all over the whole United States that are smaller, that you can work with, and that can give good money. So
I-
don't get caught up on that part. There's plenty. Mrs. Love Jones, see you adding to it. Miss Love Jones talking about Navy Federal's the best. My son walked in and got $27,000 loan. See, now you playing with people. 10K to 20K is not buku money, but it's a nice amount to invest. No, isn't. Again, we're talking about regions. If you live in New York City, 20K, you might run out of 20K if you don't work for 2 months,
right.
2, 3 months.
Yeah.
20K is nice if you want to invest in other areas, all kind of stuff.
Right. And especially if you leverage that 20K, right? You use that 10 to 20K as a down payment or money to go towards your down payment and rehab, for example, in a real estate deal. But you also have, other strategies to get more income to buy a property. Because, if you're, like Erica said before, if you're buying something for 5, 10,000, putting $25,000 into it, you've more than blown what you have. So you really want, sometimes people think that they can get in, especially when you talk about Baltimore, they're like, oh, I have 15 grand. I want to buy a turnkey duplex. I'm like, what are you talking about? That's Baltimore 15 years ago. Right. So it's important to understand your market, your region, and what it is that you're trying to do. But if you're able to take that 10 to 20 grand, leverage OPM or something like that, then you can take that money that much further.
Well, and I would say too, are you willing to invest outside your market? Now, if you want to call Asia and give her 10 to 20 grand on some properties that are already fixed, possible. Might not be the best areas. And then same thing, Nita. You want to call
Right.
Cleveland House Hunters?
Work. Like,
Yeah.
you're going to have to do work.
You're going to have to put some work in these properties. So I think what happens is people see wholesalers, taking pictures and they see these numbers. You're not going to get the best deal unless you're on their buyers list. One and two, you got to be in the know to get some of these numbers.
Absolutely. There's some great ones out there, but you just have to be, I like to be
Very
honest and not set
yeah.
people up for failure thinking they're buying a $15,000 finished house.
Yeah, that's lies. That where Sway.
Right.
Sherry, I want my reparations too, though. But in the meantime, I'm gonna get my business. Yeah, I mean, D Ramsey is just not Navy Federal. There's all kind of places that will offer you great money for these trucks because it's a working business model. So I subscribe to Experian and get daily updates on my credit score at 3 a.m. every day. Really eye open about how FICO actually works. Exactly, Troy Jackson. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Which books do you recommend for building business credit from scratch? There really aren't great books. Yeah. There really aren't. Like I'm not gonna front on you. Like Arika Dixon isn't the one from, isn't she in Hood Estates Elite?
I'm not sure.
It's like Akira J Dixon. She has an ebook.
Erica Dixon.
Yeah.
I know what's his name? Never mind. I'll come back to it.
So there's 150 people you're here to like. So Kier, now we've talked about business credit. We talked about personal credit. We talked about how to get it. Now you have a course called OPM.
Yes.
Explain to us the benefits and the power of OPM. Explain it to me. Knock it out to us.
Yeah. So what's really interesting and different about how we were able to build our portfolio is that we did not, all 20 units and the block, the only house that we've ever used a bank for is our personal home. So everything else, we've used some form of OPM. So what does that mean? That means that we use unconventional financing methods, whether that means we're seller financing, we're doing things subject to, we're working with nonprofits, we're working with individuals, private lenders. And so what that OPM class does is it takes you through the entire journey and the details of taking these unconventional financing methods that honestly, a lot of them don't require, minimum credit scores and all that kind of stuff. It kind of helps to sideswipe some of the traditional requirements that you have when it comes to financing deals. And so we were able to, build our portfolio without using our personal credit, without having to do a ton of personal guarantees and all of that. We chose for our own business to put our own money into every deal. But that wasn't always a requirement. So you kind of get into these really, really cool, unconventional ways of investing specifically in real estate. But a lot of those things you can actually do in other ways too. Like when we talk about private lending, you can get a private lender to work with you to buy a truck, right? There's a lot of ways that you can leverage OPM, but we specifically talk about leveraging OPM to buy real estate. I can't hear you. Did you switch headphones?
I'm sorry, I was muting myself.
Okay.
I was chewing on some cashews over here. I didn't want y'all judging me like, really?
But I won't say nothing.
Really? Y'all want to chew up in my ear? Okay, so just your house. Just your house is what y'all pay for. Hold on.
Yeah, so OPM is other people's money, but just our house is the only thing we've used a bank for, like use traditional funding. So everything else, our very first deal, we worked with a nonprofit. Our second deal, we did seller financing. Our third deal, we used a private lender. So an individual who had $20,000 wasn't quite enough to do a job themselves. So they gave that money to us. We leveraged it to buy a property. They, instead of getting 0.001% in a savings account somewhere, they're able to earn a heck of a lot more with us. And so it's just a way to literally leverage someone else's money to then buy an asset for ourselves where they get typically a lien position on the property, right? They're going to get a mortgage, they'll get some type of financing instrument to record everything. But it's a really great way to get out of some of those traditional methods. And although, you can have your business lines, you can have your lines of credit to help make sure that you have reserves and you have all these backup plans and you're building your business credit at the same time that you're leveraging someone else's money to buy assets that give you cash flow, you build equity, you can pay them off, you can refinance the whole 9 yards. I should get going.
So everybody's saying this is great information.
Yeah.
Don't judge me. Don't judge me.
I'm trying to put together something.
Everybody's saying this is great information, for real though. So so if somebody says, hey, Kiera, I got like 10, 20, is that what you're looking for? What are y'all looking for?
Yeah. So what do we use? Yeah. So we, we'll work with people who have like 15, 20, 25, or obviously or more. And then typically for us, we're going to look and get an idea of what each individual person's goals are and help that map into the repayment structure. And that helps to decide what the interest rate is and all that kind of stuff. So we kind of have a whole system set up for our private lenders. But in that class, we go through that, like what we do and how we set it up with individuals, and then how you approach and have conversations with people about working with you on your own deals.
I like it. So here's my thing. I know that you're having a meetup like May 9th. No, I'm messing. March 9th on my birthday. You know how they're so disrespectful. March 9th, they're going to have a meetup also because Anita's going to have a meetup. And if somebody comes up and say, hey, yo, Khalil, got some dollars. What is you would be able to set time aside. I can't talk.
Yeah,
time aside.
Time aside to talk about what it is that they, what they have, where is it, right? Is it 401k? Is it cash? Is it those types of things? Understand what their financial goals are. Do you need this money back in 3 months, 6 months? Can you wait 18 months? Like, those types of details. and then just build out the plan from there. It's really, we have, attorneys that do this for us all the time, so we have all the documents and stuff written up. But yeah, it's actually more simple of a process than most people think, as long as you pay attention to the documents and read what you need and sign on the dotted line.
Okay, so you guys, this is a twofer. You guys can take her course and you can learn how to use other people's money. Or for those of you in the comments who have, 5 to 20K and you're like, yo, Kier Khalil, what's up? Baltimore, you can partner. See, the thing of what I'm trying to get people to see is, Kier, I've been on this thing all year talking about super teams. Mm-hmm. Nobody does anything alone. If you look at Jewish people, you look at Italian people, you look at Japanese people, you look at Korean people. I'm from military towns. There are Korean, like mafia style, like people there. Like, you can't sell your business. You have to offer your business first to another Korean person, even if you're a Korean married to a black man. Like my friend's mom, I was like, yo, me and my mom tried to ask her, can we buy her dry cleaners? She was like, I would, but I got an offer over here first. And so what happens is we get locked out of some of these great opportunities. And so that's why I bring on particular people on the show, that either you can take her class and you can learn how to be that person in your community, because some of y'all live all over the United States. That's why we read off the cities. There's 142 of y'all here. And if any of the moderators are here, just hit the link for OPM again, put it in again. You can get that course and learn how to do that where you live and be that person. If you're resourceful, if you're smart, if you know where the deals are, you can be that person.
Right. And then what's really cool is we're actually working on doing a refresh of the class already, because we've gotten such great feedback that we want to share more stuff. And so the earlier people get in, they'll probably get a lot of the benefit of the new information. And that will probably happen within the next week or two. So if you guys have seen it before, thought about it, whatever, Erica definitely has the best discounts out there. So you might want to go ahead and click that link and quit playing, because it's definitely, I'm going to shut the link off coming up here soon.
What's the discount you giving us? What's the discount? When people come on my channel, I'll be like bullying them. I'll be like, give my people a good discount.
He really does. I'm like, wait, I got to keep the discount on there forever? It's 65% off. So the discount you have is 65% off. And you're going to get all that information, and you're most likely going to get the benefit of the refresh that we do, where we're going to add just more flavor, more details, and build it out that much more, because it's so much information that we priced it completely wrong. And so we're gonna fix that coming up real soon.
Isn't it like $500? So you giving us 65% off?
It's 65% off. So I think I want to say your link is less than $150.
Y'all hear that right? You listen.
You still got the special. You got the Black Friday deal still in March.
Hey, look, and Apple Mac sharing wrong links. It's okay, Apple Mac, share them all. Share all the links. That link works too. All them links work. Thank you, Andre. Y'all can get other people's money, because it's a long training. Kiera can tell me I'm gonna have access, but she won't give me access, y'all. She mad at me. So, so it's going for less than 150, but that class is usually $500. So I'm just saying, like, if people come on my channel, they go, Erica, man, you know, what can I do to make more money? We talk about ways to make more money in a million videos on this channel.
Right.
Some of y'all are at a position y'all need to turn that thing. Y'all, some of y'all are on here. You need to figure out how to turn it. You need to figure out how to do, what I mean? You got to figure out how to turn the wheel.
Absolutely.
And now's the time. I'm sorry. It's 2019. I went to Grant Cardone's 10X. I want everybody to 10X.
Absolutely.
If your goal this year pay the debt off, then focus on that, pay the debt off, turn my video off. But this is why I did this video. I don't want y'all drunk on credit. I want y'all actually doing things that make money, that actually put money in your pocket.
Right.
So Eddie Hart Jr. said, #Charm City Buyers. That OPM course was great. I booked a flight to check out Baltimore after listening to both of you ladies. I got to see the blocks and not the zip codes. Ready to invest in Baltimore. Listen, we had this. When we were talking about that, that was you here. I was fussing about zip codes versus blocks.
Oh, yeah.
Because we're from the South, and we go, what zip code? What
Yep.
zip code? Where is that? What zip code? Even here
I'm
in
like, that
Austin.
zip code stuff will get you jacked up over here. To be completely honest, you'd be real upset in Baltimore with those zip codes. And Eddie, make sure you DM me because I think you'd be really great in next gen, and I'm gonna make sure I take care of you for coming down and flying into Baltimore.
So again, Grace Transport said, can you attain business? I guess he meant business loans with low personal store. Grace Transport, go watch the beginning of the video. Go watch the beginning of the video. Okay. Anthony Bergman, where the link at? Anthony, we throwing the link in there like 7 times, like right now. Somebody said, Erica, we're not judging. You're a busy woman. Enjoy your cashews. Thank you.
Erica was getting down on them damn cashews. I was
My
like,
trainer was
girl.
like beating me today because he's like, since you're gonna be gone all week and a half next week, let's get all the workouts in. Like he was fine to do work. I'm like, sir, please
Right.
stop.
Because he knows you go to DC eating out.
Well, I work out at each location I travel to. I work out.
Oh, of course.
I record it on Marco Polo for him to see.
Yeah, when we were in Miami, you sure did.
Okay, let me see what else. Yolande West said, do you have a particular IRA company?
An IRA? Do I have a particular IRA company? I don't know. Were you in my DMs earlier? Somebody was asking me about somebody was asking about retirement accounts earlier today. There are a few what's called self-directed IRAs that are popular with real estate investors because you can leverage your IRA to invest in real estate. If you DM me, maybe I'll share some of those.
Look brace yourself for hundreds of crazy DMs. Okay, so
I will definitely don't come with me no craziness. I'll send you back to Erica.
Okay, you guys. They said, how long is the sale? Kiara, no, I don't play. Leave me my sale up. My people be needing a week or two.
What I'm saying is that we're gonna change the course up. So you need to make sure.
Save it to March 9th. That's my birthday. Let's leave the discount.
I'll leave it up till March 9th, but y'all better quit playing.
Listen, y'all, she got good stuff on there. Listen, whenever I bring people on, I make them give the discount. I got somebody else coming on later tonight, Kiara. I told them they got to give 75% off.
Knock it down. Which is great. And I love coming onto your channel. I love everyone in all my classy climber friends. That's why I always end up coming back. But it's a lot of information in that class. You guys, it's going to knock you over the head with all this stuff. And what's really cool is that people are always like, how do people buy all these houses? How do they do this?
Here, somebody just said in the comments, oh, you a Pisces, Erica? Let me share you a little, freak you out. Kiara's a Pisces. I'm a Pisces. Yep. Is Khalil Pisces too?
Yep.
Khalil's a Pisces. Sandy of Hood Estates is a Pisces. Who else is a Pisces in our group?
I think that's it. Yeah, that's us.
But here's the flip note: 20 people in my family in the month. My brother's the 18th. My aunt's like
Your brother and I have the same birthday. Mine's 18th.
Yeah, my aunt's the 21st. My cousin that's old enough to be my uncle was there at the hospital when I was born because he's old. He was the 10th, and he was like trying to make sure I was born the day before. Don't be born on my birthday. And then I have a cousin before. I mean, like Pisces are the best. But Amanda P is very passionate people. That's right. Yeah. We're very passionate people. We're great lovers. Okay. Anyway, next one. Okay. Somebody put emotional. Don't you do that.
Mind your business.
How much is a credit consultation, and can I set up more than one LLC I can get business credit for each time? Yeah, you can do all that, boo-boo. Hopefully you'll add opportunity zones to the new OPM course. Sherry, business plan writer. I don't know. Her husband might chop on that.
Yeah. So the opportunity zones is a complete different thing. So one thing that people get really confused about the opportunity zones is it's not a lending platform. It's not free money. It's not OPM. And so it is a tax saving strategy. So you have to have your own money, particularly capital gains, to even take advantage of the opportunity zone program in the traditional sense. Otherwise, you use OPM to invest in these areas so that you can capitalize off the appreciation, but not necessarily the tax advantages of the opportunity zone program. If you don't know what I'm talking about, someone should probably put that link in there too for Opportunity Zones 101, because people are getting really confused about what the opportunity zones are all about.
Okay, so we're in the description and in the video renders. The first pinned comment underneath me will be opportunity zones, and it will be OPM, other people's money, and the credit repair business class. For those of you in the credit repair business class, we're doing a live like recap for 2019 in the tonight. We're going to talk about how some things have changed, Stripe payments, check systems, all that stuff. We're going to talk about it and also talk about me going to the conference in Orlando. So for those in that class, look out for that. Where we at? Where we at? I'm sorry, OMG Lee, we leaving. He's talking about how you get started in LA. We leaving. The show's been on under an hour and 20 minutes. We rolled it out.
I'm walking to the bus stop. I couldn't find my car
Yeah.
keys. I gotta get the baby.
Anthony Bogan put a $2 super chat. He said, "Y'all, come on, I type slow, no problem." We were giving him a hard time, like all the links in here. Can you build business credit with a bankruptcy? You can. I mean, because at the end of the day, you're really building. But when you try to go get business lines of credit, that's when it's gonna mess with you.
Right.
Okay. How long is the sale? I linked off to see it. Amanda P, the sale is till March 9th. She gonna keep it till my birthday.
She strong armed me, y'all. She
Anybody
beat me
comes
up.
listen, when you come on the Classy Climb, no matter where you come here a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I want you to be able to come on here, see great stuff, see great opportunities. And if you want to buy it, then I want you to be able to buy it. So I don't want you to be like, oh man, I got to hear use my paycheck, my first paycheck. No, I want you to take your time, look at this video again, see if it works for you, and then go, okay, this makes sense.
Absolutely.
All right, let me see. Somebody talking about Pisces.
Y'all better leave Pisces alone.
Y'all better leave us alone. I'm a commercial driver over the road. Would I have to get a new job to start this? No, Johnny Walton. This is talking about other people's money. Yeah. OPM is just, talking ways of investing together. So
yeah, it's other ways to leverage money. It's ways to get money is abundant, right? It's printed 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's helping to give you ideas on where you can get access to that money if you don't have cash yourself. I need to start working. I'm tired. I gotta walk 2 blocks.
Come on, you should have that Taco Bell. You gotta get right.
Mind your business. That was a secret.
LRT, Erica, I'm in your credit repair course. Why am I not invited to your credit repair class seminar night? I haven't sent the invite out yet. Don't be upset. I ain't sent it out yet. Somebody said you're so beautiful. Thank you, sir. Okay.
Oh.
I'm seeking investors. How do I get in the network? Donald, grab other people's money, of course. Pisces women are lit though. That's right.
They are.
Is there a sale on the credit repair business class? No sale. It's in the link.
She makes her guests do sales. That's all.
I make my guests do sales. What else? Hey, Goddess Noel said, I knew there was a reason I liked Erica. My mom's birthday, March 9th. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. All right, you guys. You guys have been amazing. Kiara's walked us all the way to the bus stop. Tell Michaela what's up.
It's a working mom, I'm a working mom.
Pisces Unite. That's right. How can I contact you about the business credit repair, Erica? Nisha McAllister. Are you trying to get the class or are you trying to get a consult? Okay. Clarify. How do you go about vet investing groups? Me and my husband are leery. Oh, we might do a whole.
Yeah, that's a good question though.
We might do a whole video on how to vet. We'll do that another day.
Yeah.
We'll do that another day. He's talking about that's what's up. You still ride the bus? No, her daughter is coming from a private school. Listen, Karen can live a millionaire. Let's get it.
No shade to anyone who rides the bus. None at all. I'm from the country. We didn't really have buses like that, so I had to transition to that in the city. But no, I'm not walking to the bus stop myself.
She's getting her daughter. That is the part of the day. Like, that's so dope. You still walking to the bus, girl. Andre had you like, Dad.
No, not I, sir.
Listen, Kira, no, listen. They tried to get me yesterday. I did a live. I bought that car. So my work truck from the painting company got crashed. And I got an insurance check. So then I bought a car cash because I didn't want to pay no payment. And I rolled down the windows and they roasted me on my own live. I was like, I'm dead. Yeah, literally, I went to the car dealership. I was like, I want whatever fits inside this check. They're like,
Right.
this brand new Ford Fiesta with roll down windows.
I didn't even know they make them like that anymore.
And when
Oh
people come up to my
no.
window, I'll be like, don't play with me. Come to my driver's side.
Oh no. You been yelling at somebody next door, but you gotta hurry up and roll it down. That's
So,
good. It's exercise, especially a trainer.
so I'm literally buying a Tacoma truck, and I'm gonna just start taking pictures on the front of the truck just to be a jerk. Because y'all was roasting me yesterday. I was so dead. D to my, I was thinking she really frugal.
Y'all not gonna play me on this channel. I think I come on here too much.
Oh man, y'all are roasting us. Golly. Okay. Wow, y'all tough. Y'all tough characters.
Oh no.
Oh man. All right. Okay.
All right, Erica. You know how my
Okay.
phone's set up. So
Okay, yeah. She don't never charge her phone, so she gotta go. But look, we love you. People are getting laughy faces. It's so many laughy faces. This has been good exercise, y'all. I love y'all. Y'all crack me up. All
oh
right, look,
no.
Keena, tell them where they can find you on the internet and stuff.
You can find me at Charm City Buyers everywhere.
Charm City Buyers, Instagram, Charm City Buyers, Facebook, Charm City Buyers everywhere. Her phone is gone, y'all. She has to learn how to charge her phone. All right, everybody. This is Erica Williams of the Classy Climb blog, author of a Smartphone Millionaire book, How to Invest in People, Real Estate, and Businesses from the Palm of Your Hand. I'm going to be on a couple different lives today. I'm going on Man of Tomorrow's channel talking about veterans buying homes. Well, actually, I'm going on today. Later tonight, I will have I think I'll have a tech speaker on talking about tech businesses, how to get into tech. How to get into tech, how to get a good job in tech, how to start making that tech money, because all y'all don't want to start businesses. Some of y'all just want to invest in real estate, and some of y'all just need some more money. So I should have him on tonight. Yes. Oh, you just already bought it? Goodness. Okay. So yeah, you should. Again, what I will do is go into the thing and it says everybody who's ever bought the business credit repair, not just the credit repair, but the business credit repair class will get an email. Check your email, check your spam. It should be sending about an hour from now saying that we're going to have a live Zoom call tonight because we're just going to go over what's going on in the industry, some highlights. And because sometimes you buy the business credit repair class, listen, the average business credit repair person makes about $100,000 to $400,000 a year. It just depends on where you are in the scale and how many people you refer or talk to or get. It's a lucrative business. It's not just that. It's also just being prepared in the headwinds as the year changes. So that'll be for people in that. Yeah, the 297 one. Yep. Okay. So I'll see you guys later tonight. Yes, they still do make cars with roll down windows, right? I got a brand new 2017 with roll down windows. So, anyways, I'd like to contribute to the conversation in tech. I can show people technical writing. Well, key more matters. Email me, DM me on Instagram, and I'll probably invite you on the show tonight. So, message me, and I'll get you on there. So, all right, you guys, I have to roll out. You guys have been amazing. Thank you for your participation today. Thank you for being hilarious. Again, Kimo Matthews. I'm gonna see if Cam Lee wants to come on, but he'd be busy. But message me. We'll see if we can get you on the show tonight. And we'll do the tech show later. So everybody, this is Erica, Classic Line Blog. Later.